Bob?
I'm now like
mind blown. Or
now I'm worried that J.J. Abrams is going to bring back Qui-Gon Jinn.
Oh no. This is your fault, Eric.
Yep.
It will be somehow. We'll figure it out.
Chaos theory.
We'll get that in post.
You're like some sort of beautiful dumbass butterfly flapping his stupid wings.
And welcome to the GigaBoots podcast. I don't know which one this is. I'm Dan.
Bob.
And I'm Eric.
I'm Dan, Bob, and that's Eric.
Cool, great.
Bob can't deal with alternative intros, so
I
we're going to go
cannot.
back to the original. Hey, this is Dan
Bob.
And Eric.
from GigaBoots.com.
I'm Bob.
Bob.
Where he's Bob. We like to have fun around here. We sometimes let him talk
like to
into the mic. Only sometimes, though. In any case, we're going to talk about the news like we haven't in forever, and then we're going to tell you exciting details about GigaBoots.
Exciting. How exciting.
So exciting?
Should I change my
Imagine
pants?
a double boner.
Oh my god.
So, okay.
Imagine your boner gets a boner.
Let's go ahead and hit up that news real quick and make it give us money. What?
Make
In any
give
case-
us money a success.
Yes, make our podcast success. So yeah, the Xbox One Connect price drop thing happened. I can't imagine
You said
anyone
that so
having.
enthusiastically.
I can't imagine anyone having not heard of that by now.
I haven't heard of that. Wait, no, I did. Price drop, not the okay.
Okay, yeah,
I heard
drop
of the
and
price
connect
drop.
and the price drop,
Yes.
all one move. So it's $400 starting sometime next month.
June 9th.
Everyone's
The day of
advertising it
E3.
like crazy now. It's like, no, that's not starting yet. It's not starting at $400, guys, because that's next month. Next month you get to say starting at $400.
All of the side stuff still says it's already June 9th. You don't. It's basically just.
No, I actually saw one thing that listed it starting at $400. I'm like,
God.
you're fucking lying.
I mean,
Because I always look for that.
there's. You know that just is telling people just don't buy it. Don't. Just
Don't.
wait a month.
I mean, wait a month and then also probably don't. I mean, if you think about it.
I just think it's interesting that they dropped one of the things that was sort of their pillars of like the Kinect will make this experience the most experience.
But they didn't even believe in it. How many Kinect games are there, Eric?
Too many?
One.
2.
Two?
Just Dance.
Kinect. Oh, Just Dance came out on the Xbox One?
Uh-huh,
I didn't
came
even
out at
know.
launch.
2.
Oh, on the Xbox One. Okay.
Right, because
Oh,
that's the Kinect we're talking about dropping. Those
Well, I
are
know,
two
yeah,
different
but
Kinects.
In terms of the Xbox's like thing, the Kinect sort of became as of last gen like we're gonna keep doing this. And that's why.
I mean, yeah, but they didn't really follow through.
yeah, they did.
They just told people, no, it's interface and it's gonna make TV awesome.
And you're gonna be like in Star Trek.
I mean, I
And
want
then
those
it
things,
didn't really
but-
work that
Yeah.
well. I mean, it certainly helped with their terrible, terrible OS that they need to fix. Hopefully they announce something in regards to that. Because they got rid of the person who was in charge of, like, unifying all of their systems with that. That person's no longer in charge, so hopefully...
So it's the Xbox One game console edition and not shit you hate edition.
Yeah, so that way it's not like...
I'm surprised they also aren't taking the HDMI out port or in port out.
They might eventually. I
Right,
mean, that's
this
one of
is-
the things adding to the cost of the Xbox One.
Right.
I don't know that they aren't losing money with the Xbox One at $400. Because Sony's console is a lot more trim. They don't have weird things. Like ESRAM, very exclusive supplier on that. They don't get to source that out like they can, like Sony can with GDDR5 to some extent. That's a very specific, like, we need ESRAM. There are only so many people who can make that. So, you know, fewer competitors than any market, the higher the price is because neither of them want to cut
Right.
it lower than they need to. So I really could see Sony sticking it to Microsoft by the end of this year and being like, we dropped $50. Welcome back to the PS2, dick. Because that's what they did with the PS2 and the Xbox. The Xbox came out and it's like, I'm $300. And Sony's like, bitch, we're $200. Fuck you.
Please.
They're like, you're what? We're how much more? Oh, God.
The controller's how big?
We're already losing $200 a box. Please stop. Our controller's how big? Hey, that's value. Well, I got way more controller for this price. Man, remember when controllers were at all cheap?
Remember controllers were like different between consoles to a larger extent?
Yeah, but then all everyone did was bitch about their differences.
Yeah, okay.
So this was the end game of video games. Now every console has a very, very similar controller.
Well, except for the Wii U.
No, even that has a similar controller.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, they got the Pro.
Oh, yeah, the Pro, yeah. I was like saying, the other ones don't have screens. What are you going about?
What are you going on about? And even the one with the screen has the same amount in orientation of
same
buttons.
basic layout, yeah.
2 sticks, 4 face buttons, a D-pad, 4 shoulder buttons.
I miss you, GameCube controller.
I miss the GameCube controller. I miss the Xbox small controller. I don't like the Xbox One controller. It's not that great.
Yeah.
Have you used the Xbox One controller?
I believe briefly.
The sticks are weird.
They are.
I mean, I don't have a problem
like
with the
permanent
texture.
drift.
Yeah. Did we get that in the Titanfall Quick Play?
Yeah, we did.
If you're interested about the permanent drift, go check out the Titanfall Quick Play. It's actually it's way worse than I thought it was. Like, drift normally isn't that severe. It's normally way more subdued. But that was some pretty strong drift. Did you know the Xbox One, you have to update? I guess you don't have to. Your controller could just be shit. There is a firmware update for the controller. You have to hook it up with a USB cable, dig down in a few options in the settings of the console, and then select update firmware on controller.
I hear you need to do that.
That's crazy.
To even get the microphone adapter to work.
Yes. Because in case you didn't know, this was another Kinect will do it just fine. They said, don't worry, the online chat can use the Kinect. We don't need to bundle a headset. And everyone's like, no!
Please, God, no.
I don't want to hear some kid's baby. I mean, I'm going to hear that anyways, but at least if it's like a tiny mic on their head, you won't hear it as much.
Yeah, but the upside is that, if you yell
Thanks,
into
Coaster.
the Coaster.
Good job, Coaster. If you yell into what?
If you're using the Kinect for both, they'll be able to hear it. You can yell at that baby and tell it to shut up, and they will hear it because it's over the
And they'll
TV.
appreciate that. But see, on the mic, it does that fake blowout where it's like all like, I'm a shitty mic and I'm blowing out, and I always find that funny. Yeah. That's great stuff. Today we're going to build a house. But yeah, okay, moving on. So, Halo 5 Guardians was
Of
announced.
the galaxy?
No, just Guardians.
Oh, Guardians.
But he is a guardian of the galaxy.
They're guarding a galaxy, okay?
So I knew that, like, we played Halo 4. They already jumped the shark with the lore in Halo 4.
God.
They got one game. In case you didn't know, Bungie didn't make Halo 4.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
All new people had to take control of the lore. And the director of Halo 4 quit before the game was done. The creative director. That was,
Sounds promising.
shit, I forget his name.
I don't even remember, man.
He worked on Metal Gear Solid 4, then he was the creative director
Ryan
on Halo.
Payton?
Yeah, Ryan Payton. And then he went off to do Republic, which came out a while ago, and I still need to get, because I'm interested.
Right.
Because that game is very different from what the Kickstarter promised.
Huh.
In the sense that the Kickstarter promised a pre-rendered game with pre-rendered environments, and that is
Right.
not what it is. That kind of makes me sad, because I appreciate Resident Evil 1, 2 style, like, camera in corner! You run around! But in any case, yeah, so they are apparently not satisfied with how far they have jumped the shark, and they're going to make a game actually called Halo 5 Guardians. I love how every Halo title to date that was a numbered installment did not need a subtitle, but god damn it, 5 will have a fucking stellar one, and it's gonna be Guardians.
It's gonna be the most played out, generic
piece of shit
subtitle.
And what could have been better? Rising?
Legends
Rising? Retribution?
Saga?
But Dan, Destiny, they're
Revenge?
called Guardians. They gotta do that. I mean, otherwise Bungie will just show them up. They'll have Guardians, and Halo won't have Guardians.
Are there things in Destiny actually?
You play as Guardians.
Oh. That's really, really sad.
Yes!
Is there a Guardian class in Destiny just to piss them off?
Man, that's really, really sad.
Well, the Guardian class is everyone in Destiny.
Great!
Yeah. God, that is really... Okay, in any case, this is unconfirmed as of yet. Apparently, Halo Master Chief Collection is going to be coming out this year. That leaked before they officially announced the Kinect thing and the Halo 5 thing. It leaked that this was going to be a thing. It's some Halo 1 through 4, all for the Xbox One. And Microsoft said in the Halo 5 announcement, they're like, now Halo 5 isn't coming this year, but we never said it was. Go back and listen. We just said Master Chief's journey on the Xbox One starts in 2014.
Which
translates
when
to
we
a
heard
collection.
when we heard that wording, we knew it was going to be some garbage like that. I remember us talking about that on a podcast of, no, that's not going to be Halo 5.
There's no way they're hitting Halo 5 in 2014 at 60 frames per second and 1080p. They're not doing all these things they're saying they're doing.
Master Chief is tired, okay? He's sleepy.
He's a massive corporation of 800 people working on a game, and they need more than 1 year to make this one.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
this is weird. I'm more interested in this collection than anything else on the Xbox One. I want to see what they do to Halo 1 and 2 and 3. I want to see if they're just revamped with the new engine. What is the multiplayer component of that?
I was going to say they're just going to tear the multiplayer out, even though that's the only thing people want them for.
Yeah, because if they do have a multiplayer, it's in direct competition with the next year actual Halo's multiplayer.
Right.
And that's not good. You don't want to release Halo multiplayers back to back. When they did the anniversary edition for the Xbox 360, it was just Halo Reach's multiplayer.
Right. Which was so great.
I don't know that it was bad. Like, that and 4, I mean 4 was, but I don't know anymore.
Right.
I just know I enjoyed 3 more. I don't know that even quality-wise means anything. I just know I enjoyed 3's multiplayer
They
more.
did just, like, 4, or Reach started showing all his powers, and it was like, okay, this isn't really Halo-y.
Oh, look, he's flying away. Is this Warhawk? Am I high?
So this is even more of N-Kernel's rumors being confirmed.
More of what?
N-Kernel and whatever, that leaker on NeoGAF.
Oh, okay.
Because he mentioned the Master Chief Collection, and yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm like,
just to troll us, Seaboat showed up a week before they announced this and posted a picture
he showed up in, like, 4 hours or so.
Was it really?
Yeah,
I thought it was days.
No, it was very shortly before.
He just posted, like, in the Halo thread, a picture of, like, Guardians of the
Guardians of the Galaxy was Iron Man poorly crafted on it.
And it was just like, what the fuck, Seaboat? And then it was announced and everyone's like, God damn it! Seaboat!
And then someone from the from Microsoft development team for Halo
bitched him out, right?
Yes.
Yes.
He came in there and whined.
And bitched at Seaboat because he posted an image of He was like, you ruined it! And everyone else is like, no, he didn't. You're crazy.
The joke is only funny after you have announced it.
Right.
Beforehand, it's just bewildering.
Yeah.
You should have seen some of those things people are trying to come up with. It's like, oh man, Master Chief is going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I saw that. That was stupid as all get
It's
out.
going to be an Iron Man skin for Master Chief.
Yeah, that would. What was it? Another one was like a full Microsoft crossover. I'm like, what is that? Conquer? He just shows up.
Cameos in there too.
He's like, hey, Master Chief. Hey, I got this idea. It's for a video, okay? So you get a cat.
Is this his brother?
You put a Bane mask on it, and you make it say Bane quotes, and you call it Bane Cat. And it's like, Conquer, you're fucking uncreative as fuck. Get out of here.
You know, Hunker was pretty uncreative. It was just like,
yeah,
here's some popular movies we're gonna poorly make fun of.
Parody them half-assedly. And as a kid, you're like, okay. Yep, that's Terminator. Oh, hey, Matrix, awesome. That's
right?
like how that went.
Great. Is it the 90s, right? Yeah, it's the 90s. It is 90s o'clock.
Where? So, okay. Moving on from that news. Unless anybody else has anything else to... Okay, good. YouTube is apparently buying Twitch, but it's got to not only be finalized through various legal matters, but the FCC has to say it's okay.
It's got to go through the necessary cabals and tribal
knowing how retarded the FCC is, they'll probably be okay with it.
Dude,
the FCC's retarded.
The FCC's not been having a good time lately.
Like, the only time I think they've done their job to prevent super monopolies is, like, the time AT&T tried to buy T-Mobile. They were like, no. They're like, well, fuck you. It was so hilarious. It was the funniest legal dealings I've ever heard of. Ever. It was... You know, if we add them to us, they're not doing that well, and, you know, we can benefit from their spectrum. And they're like, no, we're not going to let that happen. And they're like, well, we didn't need it anyways, and they're doing fine, and it meant nothing. It meant nothing to us.
I never loved you.
Yeah, it was fucking weird. It was written out formally. Corporations sometimes put the craziest people in charge of legal and PR. But in any case, yeah, so if YouTube buys Twitch, that could be really, really bad. Just because of how shitty YouTube can be about, like, videos.
Right, I was going to say, how many
videos.
things we've had just randomly flagged or taken down. And,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, fuck, Square Enix was able to take down our Final Fantasy Type 0 quick play, and if we didn't delete it from our uploads, we would actually have a copyright check mark.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was disgusting. That was one of those moments of, I kind of hated our fan base, because I was like, we did Blip for so long. And all I would ever hear from people is, why isn't this on YouTube? Now we're on YouTube, and fucking Google has us by the balls, and they're giving everyone hand jobs as they twist our nuts. But yeah, that could be really bad if YouTube bought Twitch.
This just in, Evo shut down.
Apparently, some guy was playing a Beyonce song down the hall, and
That set off their robo copyright guys. Just robots showed up at Evo and killed everyone.
Yeah, I was.
Thanks Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
I'm surprised that, like, there's so many people on the internet there's like they're totally okay with this. They're like, no, Twitch has a bad interface. If YouTube got it, they'd fix the interface.
Yeah,
out.
All
We're
that anyone
kinda-
has ever talked about on YouTube is how shit each new update is in terms of
right?
interface.
Yeah.
Are you high and or drunk?
Super both. Warkana was actually one of those people. She was like, YouTube's bandwidth is way better for streaming. And I'm like, I don't know if that's true, but all I know is the point I'm at with YouTube, that doesn't fucking matter to me. Not even slightly. Fuck those guys. So, yeah, there's that.
So where's this going up?
Moving
on
on.
YouTube?
Yep. Thanks, fanbase. In any case, Hyrule Warriors got some new announcements, and we got Zelda experts Eric and Bob here to talk about it, guys.
Time for Dan to stop talking.
What did they announce?
Well, they didn't so much announce anything other than, hey, this game continues to exist and is real.
I don't
You
know.
didn't just dream that.
They did announce that the Hyrule Warriors is actually the title. Like
Oh,
before,
okay.
that
I
was
didn't
just
know that
project
was a
title.
tentative title before.
Yeah, it was. They just had tentative title written under it.
Okay. Well, I'm okay with that. I mean,
It works.
they could do a crossover with Deadliest Warrior, the Hyrule Warrior. That'd be great.
Apparently, a lot of people were expected to put Zelda in the title somewhere.
No.
I was
No,
like,
we don't need Zelda.
yeah, I mean,
Zelda's barely...
I'd be surprised if Zelda isn't playable in this game.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, apparently,
Some sort of mage class.
right, or who knows,
Sheik.
Sheik.
Oh god, that'd be awesome. Because they also released a screenshot of Impa looking baller as hell.
Yeah, with some giant sword.
Yes. Okay. Great.
And they also talked about the plot being about some weird witch trying to bring back Andor this time.
or something. Everyone's trying to
Sounds
get
kind of Oracles-y.
a little bit. I mean,
that-
everyone wants to get on Ganon's nuts. Like everyone is trying to bring him back. Like no.
He's
stop.
like Dracula.
Yeah, it was a little weird when Zelda became about that, and that happened again in Link Between Worlds. I'm like,
Yeah, that's
what?
right.
Really? Do you have two neurons to rub together?
we
You're better
know-
than Ganon.
We know
They need the Triforce of Power, Dan.
We know
need to
they
get
can
it
make
from
a
him.
better.
that?
We know we can make a better villain or another interesting villain until they ruin it with Zant. Like Zant was awesome until he was like whoop, 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 like he became Zoidberg.
Wait, who
So he
was
was
that?
kind of.
The villain from
Skyrim.
Twilight Princess.
Oh.
I don't even remember him.
Yeah, the guy with the mask. And then at the end of the game, he's like, guess what? Like, that's not really a spoiler. He's still the villain, but... like, all of his badass, like, he's creepily wandering around, fucking everyone up, and, like,
Then he goes
ruining
super
plans. And then when you
stuff.
actually go to fight him, he goes cuckoo nuts. It's ridiculous.
Sounds like Revolver Ocelot at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4 when he's like, bang, 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 with his fingers and then dancing away.
Doing cartwheels was really
Speaking of
weird.
which, that was the best moment in Metal Gear Solid 4 when he's just like, hoo, 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 hoo,
But, like,
I got you, Snake. And he just dances
We
away.
know they could make good villains. It's like interesting until, just keep that guy who was like, that needs to be silly. Keep him away from the game.
Miyamoto's like, oh.
I actually kind of like right.
Oh no. But Yeah.
The Triforce of goofs.
Like the last time that like Ganon was interesting was Wind Waker. Every other time I was like, I'm just evil, blarg.
What was it? I told Eric, and I think this hits home a lot closer for him. Like, this really hits home for him. Ganondorf in Wind Waker is an abusive, scary as fuck dad.
Yeah, he is.
Like, he just looks at you and you're emotionally damaged. Is basically like, God damn it. He's like, "Ugh." And I'm like, oh man, that is way scarier than Ocarina.
I'll go to my room. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ocarina, he just seemed like he was trying to be cool. I think by living, I defied the one in Wind Waker.
Yeah.
He's like, you! And I'm like,
Contempt. But like deep sadness with the contempt, like
yeah.
Like he was disappointed in you. Like he wasn't angry at you.
I feel like larger Wind Waker, if you stripped away that and kept the most awesome core of it, that would have just been like you would have sold so many GameCubes.
Yeah.
Like so many GameCubes. Because that part of Wind Waker that is that whole story with the like drowned Hyrule and stuff like that and the yeah, that was so much cooler than being on a boat for hours.
Yeah.
Like they really literally diluted the awesomeness with a shitload of water segments.
But yeah, so Hyrule Warriors.
So about that.
Maybe they just released a bunch of screenshots, a little bit of the story.
Yeah, they talked about how Link is some soldier in an army, so he's trying to train to do that and actually fight armies of Ganon's demons.
Which would actually make his ability to wreck everyone's shit make sense because he was somewhat of a soldier and had some combat training. It's like, I work on a farm. Suddenly, I can down giant plant monsters.
Yep.
Whoops.
Because I have a boomerang. Yeah.
Look, man, the boomerang.
Also, I know immediately how to use this boomerang better than anyone on Earth. I found it in a box in a dungeon.
He had the courage to try.
Oh, he had the courage.
Yeah.
Great, cool.
That's what Zelda
And courage
teaches.
is the magic that turns dreams into reality.
And boomerangs into machetes.
They also announced with the game the bombs are in it and they work for more than just blowing stuff up. I don't know.
Also cool, two-player mode. One person's on the screen, one person's on the Wii U pad.
Oh,
That's
I didn't
awesome.
hear about that.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
It's good.
I guess they'll probably use the Link Impa thing. Hopefully there's more than just them, but
They,
I'd be okay.
the main director of
Eiji
Zelda-
Aonuma.
Yeah, that's him. He actually went inside and was like, wow, there's a lot more characters in here than I thought there would be. So I'm guessing there's going to be more playable characters.
Sweet. I'll be okay with
'Cause,
that.
you know,
It's not just Link. Weird. You're a bad man. Do you know that?
you asked it to make a Warriors game.
I have this bar graph.
Also,
This is what we need to do a good game, and you just told me that you expected us to not do that.
they also mentioned that Team Ninja's helping them out making it.
Which,
So-
I mean, they do good work.
Yeah, I'm like,
They do
they're
do
like
good work.
some of the best action game developers still, which is weird because no one else makes them.
That's true. Yeah, I can't.
Like them and Platinum Games are the only ones that are
Yeah,
decent making them.
Platinum.
Yeah, but I mean,
Because DMC came out, but yeah.
I would have personally been okay with waiting for all this like information to hit at E3 and just increase my hype boner while I'm there anyway. But that's basically, as far as I know, E3 is going to be Smash Brothers o'clock forever for Nintendo. I can't even imagine anything else being as big as that.
Smash Bros. NFC party.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they're just getting that out of the way right now. Like, all right, but still, like, I want to play the shit out of that. I'm not gonna buy a Wii U. I'll probably mooch off of you guys.
It's coming out in August in Japan. They didn't really talk
And
about a
then
release date for the States.
Sometime
Interesting.
later for us, and it's like,
The Wii U is region locked, isn't it?
Yep.
God damn it.
Of course it is. Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Not that anyone noticed. I mean, they aren't even releasing games in Japan for that.
Right.
Nintendo, why do you hate America? Why do you hate
freedom? So, speaking of that NFC thing, apparently Nintendo announced that, hey, that NFC thing we built into the controller, our dumbasses realized we should use it now and make $1 billion. So we're going to have this Nintendo figurine platform, or NFP,
Yep.
where we're
NFP
going to
for your
have...
NFC.
Shut the fuck up.
I've always hated you.
I've always hated you. I feel like that sentence is said like perfectly in Jay Sherman's mother's voice, like from The Critic. I've always hated you. Just something about that's deeply bitter and rich white old lady. But in any case,
I am that.
yeah, totally. You're
Yep.
driving that home.
Yep.
So yeah, the Nintendo figurine platform is gonna Skylander style have action figures, like little figurines that you can use to take information between games. Not only between games, but apparently between Wii U and 3DS, because they're gonna have a NFP reader that'll shoot out the information in infrared to your 3DS.
Yeah.
Is how they're going to integrate that into the 3DS, because the 3DS came before NFC was really a thing.
Are we going
in
to
Nintendo hardware? What?
Are they talking about having a separate portal, or are they just going to use like the thing on your gamepad for it?
Oh, the gamepad has it built in.
I know, but that's like you can't play the game while you have it.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to keep it on there.
Okay, I also thought I saw something about them making a little thing that clips on, so a
I
figure
did
can
hear
stick
something
there.
about that. Yeah,
Huh?
little clippy adapter.
That's weird.
Right?
That's weird and whatever.
But they can sell you more things that way.
But apparently, Nintendo's doing that, and they said something about like Mario could travel in between games, taking data such as saves or whatever, and taking that across games. I'm like, Nintendo, you don't have your shit together at all. Don't even pretend you're gonna do anything like that. Just say, Smash Bros. Will use it. We're gonna make $1 gajillion with Smash Bros.
We want to make a double
End of-
gajillion
end-
with the Skylander.
End of sentence.
Done.
Done.
Also,
Do
yeah,
a
they're launching-
Pokemon.
They're
and
launching
you're
it.
good.
The Smash Brothers Wii U is going to be the first game to use it.
And that's coming out winter.
Winner.
Man,
Winter, chicken dinner.
I
really-
sincerely believe that that's why they delayed Smash Brothers, so that they could launch it at the same
I
time.
think Masahiro Sakurai will die if they launch 2 Smash Bros. At once.
Also, that they don't want him to die,
that would be
which is a
kind of
noble
bad.
goal. I will.
And it isn't it to ship 2 at once is noble. Because I need 2 at once. Let's be fair here. The most interesting thing I think about the 2 versions, they have the same exact characters in both,
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
which is weird.
So do you have to buy the figures to get unlock the characters in the Wii U version? Because that'd be the worst thing ever.
I think that's gonna be like for character customization thing they were talking about.
Maybe that's what they've been talking about.
I think so. Which I'm. There are few games that get me as hype for anything as Smash Brothers. Like, I thought I was dead inside for all games forever, kind of. And then they were like, "Here's Smash Bros. Information." I was like, "Yes."
Oh! Rips through pants.
Welcome back.
Oh, Miyamoto. Sakurai.
Sakurai.
They're just like ripped and sweaty, wearing nothing but mankinis and with like light
Banana
behind them and
hammocks.
cherub angels.
Pretty much that's what went through my head.
Basically. Understandable. This is Smash Bros. We're talking about, not some gay Zelda game.
Go, like for Brawl, when I had the time, I didn't want to wait for new information. When they were releasing like a new bit of tidbit every night at like 1 a.m., I waited. I needed that information. I didn't want to wait till the next morning. I needed it exactly when it was released.
I did that for Melee back when that first came out, because, you know, I had a GameCube, and what else are you going to do?
Yeah, well.
That was a long month.
Just yesterday, they announced Ike was going to be in it. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
and
excited.
that guy's ripped as hell now.
Yeah,
Right?
Which is like, everyone
see
in
his
Japan's
sword.
Like, he looks like a gorilla. It's like, well, he does wield the biggest sword I've ever seen.
Yeah, and he plays like a fucking gorilla.
Right.
Like, his sword swipes are so thorough and
His sword
violent.
swipe sounds like wrecking balls hitting the sides of meat factories.
Yes. Yes, that is exactly right.
So now I got Pitt and Ike. I'm done. It doesn't matter what the rest of the roster is. It could all be Ridley.
They fixed Sam.
Oh my god. We got your Midleys, we got your Meta Ridleys, we got your Kraid, which is really Ridley wearing a Kraid
What was
costume.
it? There's this great image edit on NeoGAF where it's the character select screen. It's all the announced characters, but then 7 of the panels on the right are just a giant Ridley picture with Beast together. It was incredible. What else do we got here? Not as fun of news to talk about and discuss, but apparently the Xbox One's getting a June update that is going to give it external storage, real name support like the PS4 has. I guess people want that.
I need to know
And
your name.
Auto
What is your name, Dan?
I was like, do people really want that, or is that just something people keep assuming people want?
I think people in the industry want that because they all know each other professionally, but when they have the sign-ins that, like, they register them as a sign-in and they forget who they are. I mean, I have that happen with a couple of things, like Brett's sister, Alicia. I forgot who she was on my friends list. It wasn't until it's like, oh, she's friends with Brett and Brett's girlfriend and me, and only has 7 friends. That's Alicia.
I had that same problem when I got back onto Diablo 3.
Yeah.
Like, I was sending, like, oh, I'll play with you guys, and I was sending, like, requests. It's like, wait, who's this guy? Oh, like, because the people I used to play with. I was like, wait, is that you, Eric? Yeah. Oh, my God, that was just this random asshole contacting me. Yes? Well, I am that.
Well, both, really. Let's be fair here to random assholes. But yeah, the external storage support.
Yeah, that's actually relevant.
In auto sign-in. I'm not sure I got to that point because we went off on real name support. But
does optical work yet?
I thought they fixed that. I don't know. I'm not an Xbox One professor.
Okay.
Where's your doctorate in Xbox One?
I don't have that.
Oh.
I don't even have a tiny PhD. I don't.
Not even a master's.
Not even.
Oh, but just the bachelor's.
Not even half of a bachelor's.
I minored in Xbox One
I've
studies.
seen an Xbox One and I took a couple courses in looking at it.
Looking.
We played Killer Instinct. That was Xbox One, right?
There you go.
Yeah, that's true.
We need to quick play Crimson Dragon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
We need to do
Because
that?
it's on there, and yes,
Okay.
I like Panzer Dragoon, and I want people to join me in being sad about what they've done to
But
that.
from what I've seen of the game, there's no audio. It's just silent the whole time.
Really?
No.
I'm-
No, that was the whole, like, when they showed it at the Xbox One conference.
Oh my
there
god.
was no audio.
I forgot, honestly.
Yeah.
That was a whole year ago.
Man, I want a shit show like that again for E3.
I always want garbage.
You want every press conference to be that one Konami
like the
conference.
PS4 one was too awesome. When Assassin's Creed 4 froze, I was like, great. Because the guy on stage is like, what do you want from me, crowd? I didn't invent video games. Like that was
my
the look
last
he
name.
had.
I am John Video
I am
Games,
John
inventor
Video.
of video games. But
That reminds me, last year during that E3 was Microsoft. They showed off Sunset Overdrive, and now we're finally seeing
the
what game
gameplay
looks like.
because they had CG. Yeah, that game looks like Ratchet and
Stuff.
Clank, but
gun and people.
open world maybe. We don't even know.
I think they've talked about it being open world. Yeah.
I don't want to commit to them having said that and me saying that because to them open world could be a really big level.
It is open and it's in the world.
You get to go anywhere you want. Yeah, that's what?
That's most games. Lots of games.
That's a lot of games. But yeah, it looks like Ratchet and Clank with the style that's been mixed with some sort of, like, I don't know, Mountain Dew commercial. And they're aliens and you blows them up.
Well, no, they're not aliens.
Mutants.
They're
They're
mutants.
mutants.
Mutants who've been drinking energy sodas.
I've been drinking Surge.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yep.
Everyone's all hopped up on the Red Bulls. Gotta murder them.
Red balls. So yeah, that's...
Is that all the news?
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
just
Oh,
with
that's it for
Sunset Overdrive, I'm just sort of like,
Yeah, they released like a ton of footage. Like they gave GameSpot and thus Giant Bomb a huge pile of random footage I watched through, and I was like, this is getting boring.
Sure is footage.
like, there's him infinite grinding on a rail, just like Ratchet and Clank.
But no, it's like
okay.
it's like Tony Hawk, Dan. That's what
It's
everyone
really
told
not.
me.
He's a human. He is a person and not a whatever the fuck Ratchet or Clank was.
Shit, where's aggro? What is that thing?
Lombax or something?
Lombax,
There we
thank
go.
you. I was like, Wombat, no, so close.
Why did I know
Lilacs.
that?
Yes, Lilacs.
He is the Lorax.
He's the main character of Freedom Planet.
That's right.
Freedom Planet.
Ratchet speaks for the trees.
For the trees have no tongues, because he ripped them out.
Ratchet screwed up.
Ratchet is
Future
real.
Lorax is crazy.
So we got PS4 hardware apparently has reached profitable status.
Woo.
Woo. So what that means basically is, and this is what they've said about it, it's hit a point where the R&D is paid off, and each unit is actually net positive.
Sweet.
That's what they're saying. What it could also mean is that each unit is just net positive and they haven't paid off the R&D, but judging by their sales and everything and the design of these consoles, I would believe that first one is the case. At launch, they actually didn't take that severe of a cut when they sold you the unit. You only had to buy one retail game for them to break even.
Wow.
Or actually, no, they said they profited slightly when you bought one retail game because of their royalties, which are... turns out retail video game for console royalties pretty high.
Well, considering the seller of it gets almost nothing.
No, I mean like the royalties, Sony's royalties on it. Like those are stiff. Those are like $12. That's a lot.
Jeez.
I had no idea until I was doing a lot of research not too long ago. So yeah, digital versus retail, you kind of have the same cut from the developer perspective.
Huh.
Because, what was it? Every platform out there, like iOS, Android, or Google Play Store, fuck that name, Xbox Live and PlayStation Network, and probably even the Wii thing, it's a 30% cut.
Wow.
When you figure out the retail numbers, it's basically the same deal of 30% of this went to jack shit. Not us. There we go. That's the way you phrase that. 30% of the $60 game went to not us. But yeah, so they hit positive. That's insane.
Yeah.
If Sony doesn't lower the price and they keep riding this weird zeitgeist wave that they've been on so far with sales on the PS4, by the end of this year, they could just be like, Sony is saved! The coolest thing is, they've talked about it again, about how they're dealing with their company and restructuring and blah, 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 and they're doubling down on games. Like, that's who I want to bet on. Microsoft, there is this constant era of, we may just spin off Xbox and sell it to someone, or just, like, quit it outright. Because it still isn't making the money. They're still losing money. Dropping the Kinect and dropping the price by $100 really isn't helping that. That is their last panic button. That's the biggest panic button they've got, and that's it.
Right,
their investors will not let them
desperate.
go past that, basically, because they're already like the worst division in Microsoft.
That's crazy to think about, because there's Windows Phone.
That's the same division, technically.
Oh
no!
Yeah,
that would do it.
Entertainment devices or entertainment and devices.
Oh my God.
I thought they spinned it off further when they what was that guy who's in charge of Xbox now? I thought that it became more focused
Mark
on
Whitten?
games. No,
is that who?
Okay, it's that guy who was in the Cappy shirt last year and kept changing his shirt every time he came out on E3.
Oh God, that guy's in charge.
Yeah,
guy's a douche. No.
No.
Mark Cerny. Mark Cerny comes out, yo, bro.
There's so many names.
You like Cappy? I like Cappy.
Sports.
I had some sports.
He's the sports guy.
I had so many. Not so many. Just now, I had the most horrifying future vision of Xbox is gone from the market. Sega's like, we're gonna make another console, and it's only gonna play Phantasy Star Online 2, and we're not gonna sell it to anyone.
So fuck you.
I'm just gonna be sitting, no!
And then he walks off stage, and the lights stay on, and the press conference keeps going for 3 whole minutes. And then he walks back, and he's like, we have this stage for another hour and 50 minutes. I'm not gonna pretend that was a technical difficulty, me leaving. I was gonna let you sit with that for 3 minutes and then come back. The next hour and 50 is me just saying, fuck you. So buckle down, everyone. Fuck you. Fuck you. Buzz, buzz, buzz. And he starts shitting on the stage. Sega, stop.
But wait, we also are going to make Shenmue 3, which also you can't buy.
Which we'll cancel. Well, we have an exclusive? Oh, come out here, Keiji Inafune. Yeah, I talked to Capcom. We're making Mega Man Legends 3. Everything's gonna go fine. And he walks off stage and they're like, we're gonna cancel it.
Igarashi, come out here. He's gonna make a Castlevania game. What? Just kidding.
Just kidding. Yeah.
No, actually, no. It's gonna be a mobile runner game.
It's gonna be a mobile fighting game made by the people who made Judgment.
I don't want to live in this future anymore.
Yeah, that's like the worst thing ever. And it just crawled out of my mouth.
Wow, yeah. I have to wonder if this big price cut for Xbox One and taking out the Kinect will have a strong effect on the sales of it. Because I know that there's definitely still a lot of people like, I'm an Xbox fanboy. I would never buy something else. I don't know if that'll
Well, if
persist.
they have no choice but to not buy it.
They've already resigned themselves to the idea that they're gonna buy it. I think a lot of this depends on, like, if at E3 Titanfall is announced for, like, PlayStation. Because I imagine there is a good percentage of people who didn't buy the Xbox One who are, you know, like, oh man, Titanfall.
Oh, you mean look at the sales on 360? They're way better
Exactly.
than Xbox One.
The 360 market for Titanfall's buzzing. The
You know how we
Xbox
could
One's
play campaign?
dead.
That
Yeah.
was amazing.
It was fucking ironic as shit. They pushed back the version and didn't market as heavily the version that sold like crazy because they really wanted you to buy an Xbox One, guys, and you didn't. No one did. And that distribution channel is saturated as fuck.
I have to wonder.
Speaking of which, you know how they just announced a new SKU? Well, that last SKU is disappearing. I'm gonna be surprised if you don't see the Xbox One with the Kinect for $400. Like, they need to get those out of the channel.
I bet retailers will just do it because they don't want them there anymore.
I mean, fuck, our local Walmart in a small-ass town has 60-plus Xbox Ones and 8 PS4s because they can't keep the PS4s in stock. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I don't.
It's ludicrous. But yeah, I think in the States, the price cut's going to affect it.
Right.
I think
it's going to...
Depending on how this E3 goes, whether or not we're going to see a lot of announcements for good stuff.
Right. I'm surprised by how super confident, like, Xbox fanboys are about this E3. Like, everyone...
Okay, do you remember...
Fanboys are confident?
Do you remember 2007 owning a PS3? You don't?
Vaguely.
Okay,
yeah.
well, let me tell you. Warhawk was going to make Halo look like shit. Killzone was going to be the second coming. Layer looked amazing.
Yes.
There was a lot about 2007 Sony fanboyism that really resonates with the Xbox One fan base of today.
Okay.
Or
but
Xbox fan base of today.
I don't remember just having this weird confidence there was going to be a huge amount of things we'd never heard about showing up at E3, though.
No. But to be fair, that wasn't Sony's shtick until this last gen. And Microsoft never had that shtick. Well, actually, early on in the 360, they did. They came out with a lot of stuff for like 2-3 years, and then they just stopped.
I guess last year was Xbox One. They announced a lot of stuff.
That were 360 games accrued over the last 2 years. Rise, that thing being made by the guy who made...
Deadly Premonition?
Yes, thank you. I'm like, Cinder Sandwich, the game. That's it. That's that game to me. Have you ever seen that cutscene?
What?
Cinder Sandwich?
I'm going to say no.
It's fucking incredible. This game's worth playing just for this one cutscene. Because you want to know the game around it and how that makes any sense.
Okay.
A guy in a wheelchair comes into a restaurant and his servant, because he doesn't speak, the guy in the chair doesn't speak, he just into his servant's ear. His servant orders the usual for him, which is jelly, breakfast cereal, and turkey in between 2 slices of bread. The main character hears this, looks towards it, he's like, that guy must be full of regret. And then the female cop he's working with goes, what do you mean? And he's like, it sounds to me like a sinner sandwich. He's making up for sins he's accrued over the years.
What?
Yeah.
What?
This game's incredible. We're gonna Let's Play it at some point. That's happening. I just don't know when.
What?
It's incredible. It's too great.
You've robbed me of all my words.
The phrase sounds to me like a sinner sandwich. It's like top tier. It really is. Best video game quote. There we go. Top 8 video game quotes. By the way, spoilers. #1's that. So
Watch out.
look out for that.
Oh no.
Now
You get to one at something else. Like, just kidding. S rank. This quote.
yeah, 1+. No, plus. There
Plus,
we go.
plus.
1++.
Double plus
Would
guy.
that make that 2? Shit. People who know programming. We're doomed.
We're doomed.
Okay, so we got that news. That's really all the gaming news we were going to talk about.
There's plenty of other news, like Ukraine and people dying and religion and
Yeah,
all
something's
that,
always happening in that
we
sector.
don't care.
Yeah. See, there's ups and downs with video game news. There's always someone
We're
fighting
white,
someone and someone
heterosexual,
else
cisgender
dying.
gamers, man.
Yeah, welcome to the cisgender, heteronormative, Caucasian podcast. Bob's not Caucasian, but he files his taxes under.
He has a
Caucasian.
guest pass.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And his guest pass gets him that easy pass, you know, the one at Disney where you don't have to stand in the lines. That's what being white is. I live a privileged life of making so little money I'm embarrassed to even say it during this podcast. But in any case, what was it? That Onion article that was like, what was it? Caucasian male wasting privileged life at Best Buy as cashier.
Yeah.
And then it just details how, in excruciating detail, how he has to sell this man on a computer, talking about how this computer's better than that other one.
What was it? There was some either comedian or some quote. It was like, the secret to life is try as hard as you can to be a white male.
Yep. It's working out great for me. I don't know about you. It's just working out fabulously.
Okay.
It's okay. I think, you know, every time that comes up, every time it's like, you don't know what privileges you've gotten as a white male, I think back on my life and I'm like, I'm trying to imagine that going worse. I'd basically be dead. That's the only way. But then I thought about it. There's one incident in my whole life that I'm like, yep, nope, that's it. That's the one. You know what it is?
What?
This guy met me while I was at my job. I'm just working the register, you know, back in the day, years ago this was now. And he's just like, you seem like you know a lot about computers. This older white dude, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, my last computer repair guy left town. You want to be my new one? And I'm like, sure. Terrified, of course. I'm going to get to his house. He's going to fucking murder me. But no, it works out perfectly fine. He pays me way too goddamn much.
He just went, you look like you know computers.
Yes.
Can I give you money?
He was a regular in my store, and just enough points of interaction with him, with me being me. And he was just like, you seem like you know computers really goddamn well. Do you want to be my handyman?
Wow.
And I'm
Well,
like,
there you
sure, why not? How could this go poorly?
I either get money or am murdered.
Either
Raped.
I'm murdered here or I get money. And honestly, at that point in my life, I had so little money, I was like, I'll take the risk.
There might be a sex dungeon involved, but you know.
I still don't know that he isn't staring at my ass whenever I stop by. He had me go through his email once to fix something with his email, and I'm like, that's a gay nudist thing. I'm just gonna keep going. I didn't see that. Not gonna bring this up with them. Here we go.
Great.
Yeah, I'm working it.
Well, it's your fault. You were wearing those pants.
Yeah, I was really asking for it. I was.
Some guys sex dungeon so easily.
You know what they'll do to me in Sandestin condos? I'm gonna get raped. Yeah, dude, you're gonna get raped. But we actually have GigaBoots news.
Yeah.
So we got this hardware set up where we finally have two PCs remotely near each other, so we can like quick play anything now. The only thing we can't quick play as of this moment right now is shit we outright don't own, like a Sega Saturn, for example. But even then, we could quick play that through illegitimate means. The ZX Spectrum. And Android stuff, and I just need to order a cable, and we're good on that.
Can we finally quick play Virtual Boy?
Yes, it's called an emulator.
But Dan,
okay.
can we finally quick play ActRaiser?
Yes!
Oh my god!
We can!
For those who don't know, we tried doing that
Four times!
What happened?
Hardware problems every goddamn time! Oh, it just stopped recording? Great. Oh, the audio, we hit stop and it just... We played all the way through one of those times.
Yeah. No, it was... Yeah.
Wow.
It was horrible.
I'm scared to try it again. I've been burned too
I
many
have
times.
too, and I have the fucking Super NES where it's just hardware. Like, there's no point of failure. We have a 3 terabyte hard drive now dedicated just for GigaBoots. There's nothing on that folder. Like, you go into that drive and it's just a folder that says the current project that in the folder will be deleted when it's rendered and done. Like, it's just so clean and beautiful. It's not clicking down 5 layers to get to the... No, just that drive. What did it... Oh, we named it Megadeuce.
Okay.
I went through every other name I could think of, and then we crowdsourced it. And
Do you yell
What was
Showtime
it?
every time you...
Bob yelled Megadeuce at the same time Tosh yelled Big O. So I was like, that's a sign. So, yeah, we can quick play anything. Now, as a highly related note, and this is how it's relevant to you, end viewer, user, end user.
User.
Since we can do that now, with this newfound power comes a newfound responsibility. So over the years, you guys have suggested we play games. There's one in particular I know has been suggested multiple times by one of our very dedicated listeners, viewers, whatever. And I can't remember it because they're in random comments for random videos. So if you guys want us to do a game, just any game, just a PS3, Super NES, NES, whatever, you're really interested in us playing it, just send an email to games@GigaBoots and just say the name of the game. If you want to describe why, I mean, I'll just look it up anyways.
Games@gigaboots.com?
Games@gigaboots.com. Yep.
.net, .gov.
.gov. Man, I should register gigaboots.gov. Make that some weird shit. Oh, it's a cult.
Oh, wait, well.
Great. A New World Order, huh? Sounds dandy. But yeah, and we'll totally do our best to cover that. One of the things that I'm gonna make Aggro do to just own up to it.
Can you really make
is
Aggro
that
do
my
anything?
little I can make him do this. My Little Pony fighting game that somebody suggested like a year and a half ago, and he was like, "Oh, okay, we can do that." And then he like tried to boot it up and it wouldn't work.
I'm
and then
gonna
I
be
was
out
like,
of town when you do that.
You could just be out of the room.
Oh.
You know
I don't
that
want to be anywhere near.
the same zip code's uncomfortably close. Let me tell you.
Get this tinkling.
Oh my. So yeah, that's what's up with that?
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
We got a
We'll dance for you.
yeah.
Tell us what you want. We'll do it.
We'll fucking do it. You want a quick play? You want what's that? You want a video series about Euro Truck Simulator?
I don't think anyone said that.
I didn't
Actually, you would be surprised.
I
real
would
quick,
be
real
extremely surprised.
Yeah, there's this guy on Twitch who pulls in crazy amounts of viewers, and all he does is he has one of those head tracking things. I forget what it's called. But yeah, it tracks your head and then moves the in-game perspective properly. And a steering wheel, and he plays Euro Truck Simulator. That's all he does.
Okay.
Just streams it.
Great. Okay.
Yep. So in any case, I was gonna ask, do you know if Drive Club supports the driving wheel? That awesome Logitech one?
I should hope, but I don't know.
I should hope too, but I don't know either. Because I am seriously thinking about getting that steering wheel.
Yeah.
Yes.
God, I wish I got it when it was on that super sale when they were going out of business.
Yeah, I'm not getting that one. Because that one's $600 or some shit.
Oh, I was talking about the regular Logitech one, not the
Oh,
crazy
the one at Sony.
Yeah,
the one
Sony
at
store when
Sony
they were
store.
going out of business.
Yeah, me too.
Because
that's the one I'm thinking about getting.
I actually I got to play a lot of Mario Kart 8.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Okay. So
Yeah.
how is that? No, it didn't happen. He just has a demo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is Jorb.
Yep.
Oh, you were.
So
It's actually really weirdly different in some ways. Like you can only hold one item no matter what. Like you know how you could like hold a shell behind you if you pick
Yeah.
that up. Now it's in your item slot until you release it.
What?
Yeah.
That was like a.
wait. So when you
Tactical.
push the shoot button and you hold it while having a shell,
Mhm.
and you hit the next item box,
You won't
No
pick up
extra
another
item.
item.
because the shell is still there even though it's behind you.
Right.
Okay.
It took me a while to get used to it, but
Are there
I think
any
it's okay.
improvements with this?
That sounds like bad.
It sounds like they took away one of the few advantages of bananas. God damn.
Yeah.
And now bananas go in a circle around you like shells.
What?
Yeah.
That's.
Well, for one, only triple shells do that. Did triple?
I mean, sorry,
bananas?
triple bananas now do that.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, I guess they didn't like the advantage of having the tail of bananas. I guess.
The shield, honestly, is more of an advantage because if
Yeah.
you're in the what do they call that when you're behind someone in the tail?
Drifting.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Racing people know the term. In any case, you're catching up, and if you
Slipstream.
have the shield, yeah, if you're in their slipstream, you could just banana them. Bananas are supposed to be garbage, but you're supposed to pop
I
them
forgot
out
that
and-
became a mechanic. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. You know which one introduced that?
DS, Mario Kart DS.
The best one.
Yeah.
The DS one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every day, a Mario Kart has to live up to the DS one, and doesn't.
The Mario Kart DS is Mario Kart's disappointed father.
Yes, it is Ganondorf and Wind Waker. But so what else? Anything else you pulled from it?
I mean, I can't think of anything else that really stood out to me as whoa, this is weird.
Okay.
It felt pretty solid. Like it didn't feel as weird as the Wii one did. Like I remember.
Good.
So scale of 1 to Mario Kart, it was pretty Mario Kart.
It was pretty Mario Kart. Cool. It still had the motorbike, which I'm still like, this isn't fun. This isn't Mario Kart. These aren't even karts.
But didn't Mario Kart 7 also have the motorbike?
I don't think so.
These aren't karts. These are lies.
Maybe.
I thought that had an alternative vehicle choice.
I know it had let you do a lot of different types of karts, but I didn't think one of them was the motorbike, because the motorbikes were the Wii thing, and it was like...
Yeah, I thought it was introduced with Wii and kept with 7, but it wasn't...
Although, honestly, one of the karts for Mario Kart DS that you could unlock was Rob's legs, okay? So,
you know, that wins forever. Also, was Rob in 7?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I didn't
remember being pretty upset. I did.
Oh, okay.
Me and Tosh just could not put that game down. We got them all. It was ridiculous. I was like, great. This didn't even last me as long as the DS one. Fuck.
The demo we got even starts with all the characters unlocked, but not all the car parts.
But does it start with, like, gold?
Yes, it starts with gold, pink, peach.
Cool.
Gold, pink, peach.
What? What?
Is it gold, pink? Or is it pink, gold?
Pink, gold, probably.
Because it was weirder sounding. I thought it was pink, gold.
I think it's
pink, gold, peach.
Pink, gold, peach.
PGP.
Okay.
It's a thing now. Also, baby Rosalina.
I'm sure she was at some point.
When her parents died, yes. That she was then. That is correct.
Like all the baby characters. Why are they even...
I don't know.
Well, Baby Mario because Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone else because Nintendo's dumb.
Yeah.
And then we got all the Koopalings.
Well, I guess
Koopalings were always
Baby Luigi's also fair game because he was a baby in that too.
True, yeah.
He wasn't a prevalent character.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, outside of them, it's fucking stupid.
There's Rosalina, Peach. I hope there isn't Wario Baby, but there might be.
I think there was in Yoshi's Island.
I mean, shit, why are they doing that when we could have, like, the Mecha Marios from the Mario vs. Donkey Kong game on the Game Boy Advance and early DS? Like, those things would be creepy. I want to drive as those, like, weird toy janky Mario.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be way cooler than Pink Gold Peach.
But Pink Gold Peach is so easy.
It's just pink and gold.
It's just so...
dipped her in gold.
So yeah, be sure you send those emails to game@gigaboots.com. Games at gigaboots.com.
With an S, not a Z.
Not with the Z, with an
I'm
S.
disappointed in you.
I want these things to actually show up.
Yeah,
but
fine.
yeah, games@gigaboots.com. Send them there, and we will seriously take a look because there are so much shit. We have like an inbox on YouTube full of motherfucking indie developers being like, please cover our games. And I'm like, they're all on PC. I really can't do that. Now we can. So we're gonna be quick playing a lot more PC indie stuff. For example, a first-person Egyptian tomb-looking exploration game made on Unreal Engine 3, where you use your voice to command around objects. It's fucking weird.
Okay.
I want to play it. I don't have high hopes. I hope it's good though. They say the first level works, so great. So they're gonna take them at their word. We're gonna play that first level. They're like,
Put that on the box.
you can. The first level works, said Destructoid. GigaBoots.com said, I guess it booted. Or, hey, look, it booted. But yeah, so yeah, I keep wondering if we should go in like older indie games that we've had lying around that I don't even know.
Wild 7
Ace is Wild.
Ace is Wild.
That was the exact one I was leading to. I don't even know that the developer gives a shit if we cover it now. Wasn't it in a Kickstarter or something? That's how most of these things show up. Like, you do a Kickstarter and you just send out shit. A lot of shit.
Yeah.
In fact, there's another one that's really beautifully animated. I believe the guys from Way Forward, he made this demo for this game on the side. The Legend of Iya, I believe it was. Very beautiful art. I don't know that the gameplay is at all solid. From what I tried, it wasn't. But I like the art, and it got approved for Kickstarter, so maybe we'll do that. But make sure you send shit in to games@gigaboots.com. Do it.
Find you.
We'll find you.
And make you send us things.
I like how Eric's always the one who says, "Or we'll find you."
Yeah,
Like the Mega Man 4 quick
why
play
am I
for
that?
Mega Man.
When did I become that
Because
guy?
of Ganon Dad.
Ganon Dad. Why can't you love me, Ganon Dad?
And then over that you just hear, "Did you clean your room?" I swear I was gonna just backing up, knocking shit over.
job.
Get a real job, faggot. You're just like.
Man, I must have missed some dialogue in Wind Waker that you two guys.
Yeah, what version did you play?
I played Disappointed Dad Edition.
Because my Wind Waker, he showed up for like one battle.
Nope. Way more than that in ours.
Every boss battle was just him looking at us, just
Judging you.
judging me.
He's most of the time just on the boat with you.
It's just spectral him over your shoulder. And he's just like, really?
Oh,
That sale?
oh man, if King of Red Lions was supportive stepdad,
Yeah, he was. There you go.
fight at the end.
Maybe that's why it emotionally feels like that, because King of Lions, he felt like supportive stepdad. He really did the whole game. He's like, "It's okay, we'll do this together. Please care about me." And I'm like, I don't.
You're just going through
At
a
a
rough
basic-
patch in your life right now. It's okay.
At a basic level, I don't trust you or like you. I'm sorry.
You're some sort of living boat. That's always a bad
You're
sign.
a cool guy, but I can't connect with you. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It's just the age gap and I didn't come out of your penis.
And you're a boat.
That doesn't help either.
No.
And you're not like a Sea-Doo? Because if you were a wicked Sea-Doo or a Wave Runner, we wouldn't have a
If
problem.
only you were a jet ski boat dad.
If only you were Kawasaki stepdad.